Okie dokie, let's go for Coping MAGA. So once again, it's that time to go through the wonderful Twitter account Coping MAGA and see how our brethren over in MAGA land are taking the defeat of Donald Trump. Not well, would be my guess. They haven't taken it well so far. I don't know why they would change now. So let's take a look. Oh no. It's Donald Trump, but as Caesar. That's not good. What's this one? My money says Turtle conspired with Kemp in the fridge. Joe got the oval and Turtle got the hill. Kemp brokered. That's quite a claim. Trying to claim that, like, that's the speaker, or the House Majority Leader and the candidate for president conspired with each other. You need quite a bit of evidence to claim that, but okay. Lavender Amberly, thank you for following.
Globalism, this America, dog. Saying you gonna take our guns, it ain't scaring us, dog. We gonna tell them patriots better beware of us, dog. Trying to send the China virus cause they want us to fall. And Trump cutting taxes cause he want us to fall. Chill before you had his patriots and government halls. Back a gang, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Democrats, they trying to cheat us, it ain't over yet. New World Order think they beat us, it ain't over yet. Patriots about to fight and it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. We know God win in the end, so it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. It ain't.
Guys, what's worse, MAGA rap or Mimsy Moon rap? Because they're similar, but you know, that's a little more explicitly MAGA. Oh god, I gotta mute that. Imagine wearing a cape on an airplane in the first place, and then choosing a cape that shows that you're a sore loser. I feel like he's gonna get thrown off the plane for refusing to wear a mask. Gee, I wonder why. What is, oh god, what is this shit? What do two Russian hookers have to do with Hunter Biden? This claims Hillary Clinton hired attorney Mark Elias of the law firm Peckins Coy, who used a political research firm called Fusion GPS to create a fake Trump dossier using Russian disinformation, which included a fake report about a P-tape with two Russian hookers in a hotel room in Moscow where the Obamas once stayed, a dossier that was given to Senator John McCain during a convention in Canada that he and Senator Reid had shopped by their congressional staff to the media, which in turn late-night comedian Stephen Colbert used for a sleazy segment on his show called The P-Tape, done intentionally to slander Trump and hurt his family, including his young son, and is on YouTube. A Russian lawyer was hired by Fusion GPS who scheduled a meeting with Donald Trump Jr. at Trump Tower under a false premise, which Don Jr. quickly ended. Later, Senator Richard Burr and Senator Mark Warner, ranking member, Intel Committee, colluded to have Donald Trump Jr. subpoenaed based on that meeting to testify before their committee for 30 hours based on false accusations that were made against his father. Joe Biden said the accusations against his son Hunter, which had triggered an FBI investigation based on Hunter's laptop, was just a way to get to him, and that was kind of foul play. Question for Peter Doocy at Fox News to ask Joe Biden because Jim Acosta at CNN would be too afraid. Did the actors behind the Russian hoax use the ploy against Don Jr. to get to him? Wowzers. That's a lot of bullshit to get through. This person on the Donald.win says, would there be travel during martial law? My kids are traveling home from college, trying to get them home fast before this hits the fan. This person replies, also, how does it work for medical procedures? My son is scheduled to be born via C-section with my wife on December 29th. I feared it would happen around then. Once we're home, though, I'm ready. These people are so ready to be subjugated. How depressing is it to watch tons of citizens of the United States be like, ooh, Yes, Daddy Trump. Boot on neck, please. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I have to watch this on stream, and then there's a link. Let me take a look and see what it is. Georgia Reloaded.
American story is one of true exceptionalism. It's built on the greatest ideas in history. This victory tonight, it's about you. It's about defining those. Sorry, folks. I'll be right back.
What do we got? Well, it's not over in Georgia. Senate races went to a runoff.
What are we up against?
You'll never believe this.
Far-left
We saw this. We watched this on another stream.
activists are attempting to gain full and total control of the U.S. government.
That we secure a Democratic Senate majority so that we don't have to negotiate in that way.
Should these Senate seats be lost,
Why are they trying to make it look nefarious that a party is trying to gain control of the government? That's what political parties do.
all will be lost.
You supported the Green New Deal. You supported Medicare for all.
Your mission will be to rally support across Georgia behind these American patriots, Senator Perdue and Senator Loeffler. They must win.
What's our situation on the ground?
We have two patriots down there, Senator Loeffler and Senator Perdue. Great fighters with a great message.
They just need a little backup.
Last question. Who do you want to bring?
Bring everyone.
Oh no! He's got like an AR skydiving helmet. Wow, they actually skydived for this.
Control, what's the situation at the LZ?
Good evening, sir. Rather lovely form, if I may say so. But we do have a small problem at the landing zone. So-called anti-fascists, an ironic term given their propensity to, well, act like fascists, are patrolling the area. Recommend we shift north 3 kilometers. How does that sound?
Negative. I want to say hello to the greeting party. What's the bearing?
Always one for a bit of drama.
Oh,
90 degrees from your current
no.
heading. Be well, sir.
Man, where is this guy?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be dark soon.
Where is that pirate?
Oh, right.
I don't even know why
How
I'm
much
so
did
angry,
this cost
you know?
to film?
Oh, the news told us to be.
Oh no! That's the absolute cringiest shit in the universe. Okay, let me get to some of these bits messages. Captain Rose says, I feel like I'm in a bad Groundhog Day with election fraud. Yeah, they just won't stop with the ridiculous claims. Ashy Boo says, whatever, one of my lipsticks gives me issues like that, I find it helps to press the lipstick with a paper towel, then put the paper towel over my lips to apply finishing powder to the paper towel. It'll put a thin layer on the lips and could help it stay put. It's a good idea. Thank you. Dr. Xanadu says, I thought it was over, but then when he rapped it 27 times in a minute, now I'm not sure. Windchanter with 20 bits. I drove on the highway today for the first time since I totaled my car and no panic attacks. I'm proud. I'm proud of me, you guys. Hey, good job. Congrats. Captain Rose with another 20 bits. Is it legal to milk a cat in the United States? Asking for a friend. I don't know livestock laws. I would imagine cats would fall under that. I don't know. Probably don't milk a cat. Dr. Gamble with 100 bits. Antifa so angry, breaking all that property damage. Hero is the guy that literally lands on a car and smashes window. Cats are neat too with 140 bits is the new stream boss, and the profane priestess with 20 bits. Hey Hannah in chat. I want to say you're all valid and deliver some news. I'm having the best dysphoria day I've had in years. It's amazing and I want to cry. Hey, that's amazing. Congratulations.
President Trump knows.
Let me turn this up.
something I don't know if President Trump knows. If you actually leave, we're not going to stop. And it won't be organized. And it probably isn't going to be as clean as had you done it. I say this because it's true.
FBI? Would the FBI like to investigate this man for potential terroristic threats?
I'm not fucking doing or living under an illegitimate presidency. I'm not living under something that was absolutely rigged by China and Iran. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. Fuck that shit. Why would I continue to pay my taxes? Why would I continue to follow your illegal laws? No taxation without representation.
Please, for the love of God, let this guy decide not to pay his taxes and to get audited.
So, I'm not being represented. If you allow it to be stolen, I will make my life's mission to take back America, whatever, however that fucking means. Something I don't...
Well, that seems threatening, doesn't it? Thank you, Cryptid Deity, for following. PragerU, socialism kills. Nazis, 17 million. The Nazis weren't socialists. Learn some history, that'd be great. Marxist socialism, 20 million. Mao's socialism, 65 million. Democrat socialism, 80 million and increasing. Gotta bump that score up. Let's see, Billy Darr says it's called Operation Devil Storm, as a matter of fact. The Great Awakening has arrived. The left are never going to believe the truth because the truth is what the media says, which is the extended arm of the deep state. Military assets are fully engaged as we speak. Mass arrests are taking place over the world. 220,000 sealed federal indictments are being executed across the globe in 36 other countries for treason and crimes against humanity. Epstein, who, by the way, is still alive, along with Maxwell and Weinstein, have given up deep state actors and media, entertainment, and government positions who are part of all of this. Trump is the only person standing between freedom or communism. These people better wake up. Oh, God. I'm so sick of the QAnon bullshit. I want it to go away so badly, but I have a bad feeling it's not going to be the case. I feel like Trump leaving office is just going to be the start of this QAnon bullshit. Tanthier, thank you for subscribing with a 6-month streak. Been watching TBR for years, but only just started on Twitch. Just for your streams. Thanks for the great content. Ooh, wow. Batty Bell, thank you for gifting 15 subs to the community. Wonderful. Thank you. 74 Quinn 74 with 100 bits. Logarth the 20 bits. Speaking of waking up, hype train. It is a hype train. Sweet. I'll try and stay on top of bits, messages, and stuff during hype trains, too.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Something to ponder. Look up what the 3 red banners means on Wikipedia. 3 red banners. The 3 red banners was an ideological slogan in the late 1950s which called on the Chinese people to build a socialist state. The 3 red banners, also called the 3 red flags, consisted of the general line for socialist construction, the Great Leap Forward, and the People's Communes. And it's Biden. God, the Biden is a socialist stuff is the only time I've ever wanted conservatives to be right about something. It's too bad they're always wrong. But, you know. 74 Quinn 74, thanks for the 100 bits. Schwip Schwap Schwup 32, thank you for gifting a sub. And then Show Me the Orbs with 69 bits. Hi, by the way, what's the deal with Congress campaign still going right now? Didn't everyone already vote for Congress already when voting for president? In Georgia, they have Senate seats that neither candidate reached 50%. And I believe in Georgia, the law is if you don't get 50% of the vote, then it goes to what's called runoff elections. So, those elections are being held in January, basically. It's particular to Georgia, and I'm sure some other states do runoff stuff too, but that's why. Riot Bunny, thank you for subscribing with a 6-month streak. Dude Spanking Dudes with 20 bits. Since no one saw my message, I have to say this. say, Thin's cursed thing, you shall all suffer. Oh, this cursed thing. So someone mentioned milking a cat. You hardly get any milk from that. You gotta suck on the cat teat. No, no. Don't do that. No suckle on cat teat, please. Vulcan Princess 97, thank you for subscribing with a 7-month streak, 2 months away from my sub, baby.
Tools of capitalism.
You could get a whiskey glass that says fuck Biden and fuck you for voting for him. $20, really? For a generic whiskey glass that they just, like, printed shit on? That's a grift. I gotta get into the right-wing grifting, guys. Just get an Etsy store, sell them crap like this, make a couple bucks on the side. Why not, you know? Seems easy enough. Captain Rose, after the pandemic is over and Comrade Biden takes over the United States, I'm having a communist gun orgy. And then the Ender 92 with 20 bits. Do you see that the Space Force members are going to be called Guardians, like from Destiny, or of the Galaxy? Yes, it's very cringe. It's very, very cringe.
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
The Shameless Strands bot, thank you for subscribing.
Bernie Sanders wants to give people, you know, $1,200 a month to stay home.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
Well, I think that's ridiculous. We need to all be back to work. I think it's just a waste of money and taxpayer dollars. We don't have the money to be producing all those checks.
So what do you think about Trump's plan to pay everyone $1,200 to stay home?
To stay home? I think I would rather him open up the country, but if that's what we need to do, I really like the idea that it's going to pay us.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah. Lavender Amberly, thank you for the bits. Cast Iron Pan, thank you for the bits. Take all my bits. I will take those bits. Thank you. We got a level 5 hype train. Sweet. Thanks, everyone. This is a post from the Donald website, the Donald.win. Donald J. Trump, Europe and other parts of the world being hit hard by China virus. Germany, France, Spain, and Italy in particular. Those vaccines are on their way. God. And then this says, Mr. President, every time you fear porn echo... What? Every time you fear porn, echo the enemy media's inflated virus numbers and fake vaccines. My support for you dies inside. Right. Who are you? What happened to religious freedom? HCQ and In God We Trust. Campaign rhetoric? You don't need to push a talking point none of your supporters want. Dr. Gamble with 30 bits. I love the fact that the man has a Don't Tread on Me flag. Yeah. I think that, and then Sergeant Cheeser, thank you for subscribing. Howdy, happy subiversary, Hannah. Give me that good content. I'll do my best. I can't make any promises. God almighty, we are in for some pain and torment the next few centuries if these trends don't immediately reverse. What in the actual F is Trump thinking? At this point, I expect to be crucified by a mob. Why is he alienating himself from his base with this stupid vaccine and chai-vi bullshit? Am I R-word and missing something here? It absolutely destroys my enthusiasm every time he keeps going there. Why does he expect me to support him on this absurd talking point? Open the country, Mr. President. My health is my own responsibility. The government fascists and commies can F off. Not your job. At this point, economy ruined globally. Mass starvation. Vaccines aren't going to end the siege. I'm so pissed off. Just ban and murder and crucify me. Erase my memory. I did not belong to this morbidly absurd cult of worshipping the common cold and man's attempts to sidestep his own immune system with pure sorcery and idiocy. This is not America. When you pressure POTUS, he throws a with or without vax line and campaigns how he ended the pandemic. Now it's back to more cases and needles. Kill me now. F all you vaccine people. You are getting what you deserve for forcing this shit on people for nearly a century. Defending pseudoscientific quackery and abandoning all sense, faith, and self-reliance on your immune system. What's vitamin C? D3, K, zinc, selenium, butzenide, ivermectin?
I needed a Sharpie. I didn't mean to walk into whatever this is.
Vaccine PSYOP was always headed to this global sterilization operation. I love you.
Hello, chat. I'm here for the holidays. I'm very excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and where's my free... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, and where's my free suicide to this deadly virus? Why can't I catch it and die so I don't have to watch the man who wants to stop the world from killing itself unwittingly assist the world in murdering itself with vax, GMO, illogic, and fear? What the F is POTUS thinking? Nobody here supports this narrative agenda. I have no desire to continue to live amongst a people that supports this absurd vaccine pandemic narrative. I have a serious moral, ethical problem with this continued narrative. Rant. Breaking point. Line in sand. No vaccine. War is inevitable.
I'm gonna go back to wrapping Christmas presents for Hannah and doing a very bad job because I suck at wrapping gifts. And pretend like I didn't hear any of that. I love you, chat. And I love you, Hannah.
I love you too. At least that had 0 points. At least this had 0 points even on the Donald. Although it did have 2 upvotes and 2 downvotes. So at least one other person liked it. I think it works like Reddit, I think, where it starts with 1 upvote from yourself. Oh no, here's another of the Donald post. I'm actually okay with Trump temporarily becoming a dictator. Here's the thing about dictators. It's never temporary, that's why they're dictators. If dictators willingly gave up their power, there would be no such thing as dictators. They say, it's necessary to clean up shop efficiently. I'm positive once the swamp has been thoroughly drained and the inhabitants sent to prison or the firing squad and elections are brought back to a secure method, he would cede his position to someone else who's been elected by the people using the new fair election method. George Washington was such a good president that the people wanted him to stay on, but he was wise enough to say no thanks. My fine dudes, I've served my term and it's only fair that we allow the people to vote for someone else. Trump is a man much in the vein of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. No. Jesus Christ. Oh, this was good. Did you see Paul Joseph Watson said, basically, if you're a man who wears a mask, you're broadcasting the fact that you've been effed in the A by your girlfriend, and that's not something to be proud of. And then there's pictures of him in a mask. Also, Paul, try pegging. I think you'll like it. Here's another one. This is from Parler. It says, if ever there was a time to use the Patriot Act for good, it's now. They have no problem spying on U.S. citizens without a warrant, so let's use that to out every judge, politician, Antifa member, news organization, etc. for their coordinated attack on our elections, country, constitution. Donald Trump is about to get reelected again. Get ready. This post is from December 17th. Does this person know what's happening? Can we just get rid of the latches argument from law? No! What? Okay, let me get to some of these bit messages again. Arakaria24 says, it's really frustrating that right-wingers threaten violence against progressive and civil rights activists and demand the suppression of them while portraying themselves as oppressed freedom fighters. The MAGA cope over this past month has certainly been funny, but it's still really frustrating. Oh, it's the most frustrating. It's so ridiculous. Logarth with 20 bits sounds like the guy needs to be force-dosed with some clozapine. I don't know what that means. Captain Rose with 20 bits cleanse, which I'll put in the wings here in a second. Dude spanking dudes with 20 bits. We forgot to do Chud bingo. Get the cards up. I guess we can, sure. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. Cleanza over in the wings. Witnesses should be 60 feet away while Pence counts the Electoral College votes. They should have plexiglass barriers between them as Pence counts, because COVID. Pence should open all the envelopes, then stack all the EC ballots in a pile. He should then shred all the envelopes and burn the shreds. The pile of ballots shall be shuffled, because COVID. Pence should count a portion of votes and call a lid on counting, while Joe Biden is in the lead. The witnesses should be escorted out while being told no more counting will occur. Promise, because COVID. After a period of time, the witnesses should be allowed to return, but the plexiglass window should be covered with cardboard. They'll be in the building, so still perfectly legal. They don't need to actually be able to see Pence as he counts, because yeah, you get it now. Pence will continue counting. The remainder of the count will go 98% for Trump. At the end of the count, Pence shreds the ballots and burns the shreds. Trump wins the Electoral College, blah blah COVID. Most secure Electoral College count in history. Holy false equivalence, Batman. Oh no, Keemstar. What's Keemstar doing? Keemstar's been on the dumb MAGA shit, if you don't know. Did any of that actually happen? No, not in the ways they said. First of all, they weren't 60 feet away, they were 10 feet away. There was plexiglass, but it was legitimately for COVID. And they weren't disallowed from the room any more than Democrats. The room where the votes were being counted had both Democrats and Republicans in it. It's just that there were excess observers from both sides that weren't allowed in because there was a maximum capacity because of COVID.
Graduated high school in 2001. And a lot of my friends, they signed up for the military because the United States hasn't been in wars in years, and they just...
What? Keem, you're not that old. What are you talking about? Unless he is, I guess. The United States has been in a war for almost 20 years.
Didn't know what they wanted to do with their future, and the military was a nice option. But a couple months later, 9/11 happened.
Oh, okay, he is that old. That's shocking. Keemstar, I guess now that I'm looking at him, maybe. I guess I didn't assume he was that old, though.
And a lot of my friends went off to war.
Even before that, though, the Gulf War had happened not that long before, but whatever.
They fought in Afghanistan and Iraq, and quite frankly, these wars were absolutely pointless. I don't see how America benefited at all being involved in these wars. And a lot of it was on the pretense of a lie. You know, George Bush was saying, there were weapons of mass destruction over in Iraq. No, bro. They never found that. It wasn't true. Our country wasted trillions and trillions of dollars, and we lost lives in these wars. And it made me hate Republicans. It made me hate George Bush.
But you voted for Donald Trump. Not the brightest move.
So I voted for Obama because I thought Obama would be good for the economy and he would keep us out of war. He didn't do a perfect job, but he did all right. But then the options were Hillary Clinton and Trump. And I knew Hillary would have us in another pointless war. I knew it. I knew it. I don't think she would have been good for the economy either. Had to go with Trump. And now we had Trump and Biden again, and I'm telling you, I think Biden is going to have us in a pointless war. And I don't think he's going to be good for the economy. So that's pretty much my political background. That's where it comes from.
Hey, Keem, how's the economy doing now that the country is besieged by a pandemic? How's it going? You think it's going well? Really?
Those are the two things I care about more than anything. Strong economy and keeping us out of pointless wars. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Biden will do good. But,
Keemstar's such an idiot.
36 women that say Trump has raped them. Now, if you look at it from a normal stance, you'll say that raping 36 women is way too many and that anybody should be in prison for that. But let's dig deeper into this. If you check Trump's Twitter, you'll find that he has 88.6 million followers. If you divide this by the number of women he's raped, you get this number. This is the percent of women, this is the percent of people he rapes who he knows.
Where would I even begin with this absolutely insane statement?
Which is an extremely insignificant percentage. Although it is true that for any normal person, raping 36 women is pretty bad, for Trump, he is very famous, so the chances of him raping a woman are extremely low compared to the number of women and people he actually knows. And if you also factor in him being white, the chances of him going to prison also significantly drop, which is why him raping 36 women is insignificant and shouldn't affect his presidency.
I don't want to be on this planet anymore, guys. This is an article about Biden picking this person to be Interior Secretary. They're Native American, and this person says, Biden isn't the president and therefore has no right to start picking cabinet positions. I'm sure yours and his affiliation with the Chinese Communist Party will be detrimental to that. That's Justice Roberts on Epstein's Island. Guys, why do they keep bringing up Epstein when fucking Donald Trump is a friend of Epstein's when he was still alive?
I can't stand you. Really bored. You're really boring me. I can't stand you liberals. You bore me. You make me want to fall asleep. I'm gonna get off of TikTok for a little bit because I need to go to work. People like you make me sleep. You're boring. You bore me. You are so lame and so boring. Oh. How do your family members and your friends put up with you? I have no idea. Trump's gonna get reelected 2021. 4 more years. Deal with it, motherfuckers. Deal with it, bitch.
Does she know how elections work? We don't hold an election every year.
I'm gonna back the blue. I'm gonna back Trump. I'm gonna back the military. And you can kiss my white ass.
This person says, like Caesar, Trump needs to take the step of giving himself emergency powers. The country is in bad shape, and it will hurt us even more if we have massive turnover in government. The last 4 years have shown that he can run this country effectively if he has unchecked executive power. Wowzers. These people are clinically stupid. I can't stand it. Let me get to some of these bits messages. Captain Rose. The pleasure I receive from Trump supporters and deep dish pizza is unparalleled. Those are good things. Dr. Xanadu with 20 bits. Having an RAPE rate higher than 0% is a problem no matter how big the margin, you lunatic. Yeah. Wing the Ultimate Nug, this guy should teach a math class. Dr. Gamble, any percent higher than 0 is bad. 20 bits with Logarth. Holy effing shit, dude. Holy effing shit. Yep. The Under 92 says this person can legally vote. Windshanter says here's $1 to help you feel better. Thank you. And Logarth with 20 bits. Cry harder, baby. Oh no, 4chan post. Says, prepare for World War III. This is not a joke. Literally every White House staff member has been evacuated from the White House. Everyone knows they only do this in case of a terrorist attack or war. Trump is going to declare war on China and use the election as his justification. During the ensuing madness, he'll initiate martial law and arrest every traitor in the country. I'm not just talking politicians, I'm talking Black Lives Matter, media, civil servants, basically anyone that had a hand in this. This has been the rumor going around for a few weeks. Nobody thought it would actually happen until today. I'm currently headed to WV along with my family. Prepare for war. Yikerinos. Can you imagine if a narcissist started World War III and ended the human race because he was a narcissist and couldn't accept that he lost an election? That would be very human, wouldn't it? A truck that says F Biden and F you for voting for him. Again, I don't understand making this your whole identity. This person says, Trump is about to make the biggest decision of his presidency. Let me explain. Julius Caesar was enormously popular and commanded an army of fiercely loyal soldiers. The Roman swamp wanted nothing to do with him, and in January 49 BC, the Roman Senate ordered Julius Caesar to disband his army and return home or become an enemy of the state. Julius Caesar, with the popular support of the Roman populace and the loyalty of the military, marched his army over the Rubicon River in the north of Italy and became a legend in history. Donald Trump is enormously popular and commanding an army of fiercely loyal soldiers. The U.S. swamp wants nothing to do with him. Election infrastructure was allegedly attacked, and he now has his back to the wall. The courts have failed him. His own political party has failed him. Trump still has immensely popular support within the U.S. populace and the fierce loyalty of the military. Trump has Executive Order 1384-8, which allows him to take drastic measures and could potentially be used to restore the republic. Does Trump realize this and become a legend in history? Or does Trump submit his family to the mercy of the incoming administration who will be hell-bent on making an example of them? These people want a dictator so bad, and I don't understand why. Dictatorships are bad for everyone. Don't do it.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
Oh god, look at this. The caption is Cope Miss. Again, why make this your entire identity? Why? Why would you do this? This is funny. So remember that website that a while back I was talking about with you guys? It's a betting website, it's a gambling website that allows individuals, the odds I believe are set by people voting, not by bookies, unlike typical gambling. Anyway, people, of course, place bets on who's going to win the presidential election, and a bunch of MAGA people are mad because Betfair, which is one of these gambling websites, finally called the election for Biden. So if you put a bet in for Trump, you lost, and if you put in a vote for, or you put in a bet for Biden, then you won. They're mad because they're still in denial about the election, even though the Electoral College has already voted. And they're real mad, and they feel like their money's been stolen, even though they lost a bet. Fair and square. Funny how that works, huh? Oh no. Okay, let's read this one. Went into DC last night to visit a girl I've been seeing. I met her from a dating app. Due to the fact that bars are shut down, it's hard to meet people. As she's on top of me, she stops kissing me, looks me in the eyes, and asks, "You didn't vote for Trump, did you?" I stared back at her for a brief moment. politely peeled her off of me, then without a word began putting my clothes and shoes on. She's frantically asking where I'm going as I take the rest of the bottle of Syra to the face. I said, I can't see you anymore, and left. This is lovely fan fiction that he's writing. On the journey home, I take the most beautiful road in the country, George Washington Memorial Parkway, right on the bank of the Potomac. For those familiar, there are many scenic overlooks on this road. I had an insatiable desire to stop and enjoy the brisk December evening. As I sit on the stone wall overlooking the river, frogs croaking, Washington Monument peering over the trees in the distance, DC lights illuminating the sky, I became overwhelmed with emotion. I gazed at Washington's monument while I sit on the road overlooking his city. Eyes glossy, I contemplate the state of the country. How in God's name did we reach this point? What would Washington think? I looked to the sky for answers, for a sign, something. Lo and behold, the biggest shooting star I've ever seen slices through the midnight sky. I'm not a religious man, but this is the closest I've ever felt to God. So I gave a prayer chants for the first time since I was a child. I asked God what it is that I'm expected to do. My business is crippled. My people are persecuted. My country is tainted with corruption. He's being persecuted because a woman who was going to sleep with him asked who he voted for. As a man who swore an oath to defend the Constitution from all threats, foreign and domestic, how am I expected to sit idly by and watch darkness descend over the greatest nation the world has ever known, my country? And in that moment, I was given the gift of sight, a vision. In order to vanquish the evil that lurks in the shadows, we must bring it into the light. Simply eliminating a formless entity without the people knowing they existed does not protect the future from the same fate. Illuminations is the only way, rather a propes, no? Essentially, I was told this is not over. Just as I was meant to see something as I peered into the DC sky, the world is meant to see something to safeguard the future from making the same mistakes of the past. Only at the precipice do people find the will to change. I don't know what will happen. I do not know what Trump plans to do. However, I do know on January 20th, Trump will remain in office. In due time, all of us will see what it is we are meant to see. The darkness will be brought into the light. And in the end, God wins. The levels of delusion from these people are reaching levels even I thought they wouldn't be able to reach, honestly.
This election was a fraud. If you're a Republican or if you're a Trump supporter, you need to not put up with this shit. Donald Trump is our president. And if you're one of the leftist idiots that did this shit, goddamn you bastards. Who the hell do you goddamn think you are? Fuck you.
What a look. Look at this absolute legend. A 90s headset mic, cane over shoulder with a sick vape in his hand. Legend. Absolute legend.
McConnell wants to wake up on and so if Mitch McConnell wants to wake up on January.
This is a message for the corrupt bodies at Betfair and Paddy Power and other various corrupt organizations who have stolen money from our patriot gamblers.
He's talking about the gambling websites that, you know, called the election for Biden because he won.
The bookie busters are coming. The bookie busters are coming. Fraud has run rampant at Betfair. They've paid the bets out far too early, and they've stolen money from our patriot gamblers. And there's been fraud at the bookie, and we will step in. The bookie busters are on their way. I don't know if the money is going towards Soros or Antifa, but we will follow the money.
It's going towards people who put a bet in for Biden and then some of it to the website, because that's how those websites make money. Do you know how bookies work?
We'll track the money and we will find where it has gone and we will get it back. We will get the money back in the Patriot Gambler pockets. I promise you that, and thank you.
Hey,
God bless America, everybody. Guess what? It's a game changer. Trump's going to win the election. The alternative electoral voters have already voted for Trump in several states. Then it's going to go to Congress, and Mike Pence is going to preside over that, so we're going to win, baby! I just wanted you to hear it first from Jim in the truck right out here, driving across the fruited plain, in the name of Jesus Christ, the only name given among men under heaven, whereby we must be saved. Hey, what happened? I'll tell you, I've finally got some respect. What do you know?
Okay, let's not sully the name of Rodney Dangerfield, okay? Any more than Rappin' Rodney already did, at least. Let's just... No.
Yeah. Anyway, have a blessed day, man. That's the best news you're gonna hear. This is a unprecedented, amazing thing. I just did a prayer for Trump, and look what happened. The next thing I know, I'm sending that to all my friends. I want you to look at the Next News Network. That's the first one coming out with it. It's amazing. All right, have a great day.
Jeez.
Down for any liberals who are being a little boisterous and out of control today? Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution. Check into it. The electors might have cast their votes today. They're not counted until January 6th when Congress meets. And for your information, 7 states sent their GOP electors to vote for Trump today. Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. This preserves President Trump's right to remedy the fraud.
No, it doesn't. That's not how this works.
With his own electors. This isn't over yet. That boisterous, nasty spirit, that braggadocious spirit thinking you've won, I would take it down. Also, Attorney General Bill Barr was let go today. He was let go because he doesn't do his job well, and we're preparing for you to riot and be nuts. And we want a real Attorney General who can prosecute criminals. So I would take it down. I would study the Constitution. I would look into that joint session that Congress has on January 6th before you start celebrating. The important dates for the election are January 6th, January 20th, which is actual inauguration day. You're celebrating early because you're hearing from the media that this is over. Well, I'm just informing you, this Trump train is far from slowing down. This Trump train isn't even close to the finish line. You best prepare for 4 more years because we're building. I got cut off for a minute. We're building the wall. Let me break this.
Guess so. Good luck with that. Ugh.
So let's talk.
Okay. I think that catches us up on MAGA cope stuff. Why won't they stop? I just, like, if I lose something, I admit I lost and I move on? Why would you want to dwell on your loss for like a month and be in denial? I don't know. Just seems not great, you know? So that's that for today. Let me catch up on some bit messages, and then we will move on to our first video. Dude spanking dudes with 20 bits. I don't get how many, or how MAGA people say that Trump is going to get revenge on China. If he really did want to say F you to China, he would have tried to shift production from China to the USA and stop companies from outsourcing work to China and keep things made in the USA. Super Monkey Team Go, thank you for following. Lily loves stuff with 20 bits. Imagine climbing on your roof to that and not having the decency to fall off and break your neck. Kath Psychic, thank you for hosting. Dr. Xanadu with 20 bits. Leaving someone mid-sex due to one thing being said isn't necessarily stupid. I once was literally in bed with a guy when he said he hated dogs, and I just up and left. Hey, you can do whatever you want. I'm not saying that guy couldn't. I just found it funny that it was a very obviously fake story. Antipodian Squid, this is worse than any fanfic I've ever read. I've read some pretty bad fanfic, so I think I've probably read worse. Lily loves stuff with 20 bits. I like this story because as someone very familiar with George Washington Parkway, this is 100% made up. Nova is the land. Oof, neolibs. Show me the orbs with 30 bits. Why are Americans such wankers? LOL. Good question. I don't know. Altered Rin with 30 bits. This guy bet me $100 that Trump would win the election. Almost a month after the election was called. Highly recommended his channel for Chud Watch. My convo with him is in the comments. I'll see if I can go find that link in a sec. Phosphophylite with 69 bits. Little bits. Thank you. Harry K5 with 20 bits. Not gonna lie, them turning on Mitch is hilarious. They're now being racist toward his wife and calling him part of the deep state. Yeah, his wife's an immigrant from China, I think. Film Fest guy, thank you for following. Captain Rose with 20 bits. The goalposts have extended to the other side of the flat earth about when the election is over. Towing 24 with 20 bits. Antifa versus Dollar Store Chud Jim Sterling. Whoever wins, we don't care. Funny. Let me see if I can go find the link to that channel that was recommended. It's quite a while ago. Can you repost the link to the channel of the guy that you bet? Just because my scrolling isn't scrolling up high enough. Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Oh no, it's this guy! I've had this guy on my list for Chud Watch for weeks, and I just haven't looked at him. Maybe we'll look at him today. Let me turn this music off. And we'll move on to something else. So we have John Doyle, we have Styx, we have Razor Fist, we have Jeremy, we have this guy talking about martial law, and we now have this guy, the cowboy. What do you guys think? What should we do first? Captain Rose with 33 bits and a link.
So
yeah, I have this pulled up.
Socialism is when the government does stuff. And it's more socialism the more stuff it does. And if it does a real lot of stuff, it's communism.
Funny. Okay, we'll do cowboy. This is only 3 minutes long anyway. Trump won. Yeehaw, y'all. Is the name of this video.
Cowboy Joe, yeehaws from the hip. And right now, I'm going to yeehaw the Trump won yeehaw for y'all. Y'all ready for the Trump won the election yeehaw?
I'm ready.
Here it goes, y'all. Yee! Trump won! Ha!
That was pretty good. I'm not an expert in yeehaws, but he had the hat, and he did the yee and he did the haw. He did a little bit of non-yeehaw stuff there in the middle. Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good yeehaw. I'll give him points on that one.
There it goes, y'all.
His haw was definitely better than his yee. I'll say that.
That's the Trump won.
That's right,
yeehaw.
capitalistic propaganda.
Trump won the election.
Big Sky Pioneer, thanks for following, and
President Trump
Miltington,
won
thanks
the
for
election.
following.
Democrats, the outlaws is trying to steal it. They ain't gonna get away with it.
You'd think he could take 5 seconds from his yeehaw practice and go and iron his flag. If you're gonna have a flag, like look at this. You can tell it was all folded up. You gotta iron that shit. Just get an iron, put it on your ironing board, low heat. Just get that shit out. Come on, have some pride in your fascist dictator wannabe president.
They ain't gonna get away with it. They're not gonna get away with it, y'all. Take heart. Take heart. Praise God. Take heart. They ain't gonna get away with it. President Trump won that election. He won all them states. Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Michigan. He won them.
Nope. I'll have you know, I live in Michigan, unfortunately. No, Trump lost. People really don't like Donald Trump. Funny how that works out.
Won them fair and square. Texas, Arizona, he got them. They're trying to rig the vote now. Pennsylvania, he got that one. He did. Wisconsin, he got them all. He won that fair and square. They trying to rig it. They ain't gonna get away with it, though. These outlaws never learn their lesson. They flubbed the dub on the impeachment, the Russia hoax. They tried everything they could, but they have failed every time. They will fail one more time again. President Trump, congratulations. We know that you done won the vote fair and square. These outlaws, these crooks, that Biden, the biggest outlaw and crook of the gang.
I feel like he's a robot that's caught in a loop. It sounds like he's just repeating himself over and over again.
Now, to all you people out there, all you folks who still, rank and file Democrats, your part is bad. Your part is bad.
Yeah.
It ain't you, it's your party. And if you're sleeping, wake up. President Trump, you want it fair and square? Take it all the way to Supreme Court if it needs to go that far.
He tried. The Supreme Court said nuh-uh and batted it back down.
They are trying to rig it. They're trying to steal it. Outlaws. No good. Lock them up. Lock old sleepyhead up. Or all the rest of them. Get them. That's what needs to be done. Now, if y'all like this here video, subscribe to the Cowboy Joe Salvatore channel. Click on a thumbs up for this here video and click on the notifications bell. This here's Cowboy Joe, the rockin' voice of freedom, yeehawing from the hip.
Let me read these comments from Altered Rin and his and the conversation with Joe. Let's see. According to AP, Joe Biden is projected to win the election, and they have projected a winner for every election since the 1800s. I think it's 1849. So I feel like they're pretty reliable with that. Cowboy responds, Biden lost. He cheated. President Trump is president. He will serve 4 more years. I'll bet you $100. What do you say? AP is fake news. Wake up, dude. You're brainwashed. Altered Rin responds, LMAO, I can't really afford to bet thanks to college debt, but if you want to give me $100 on January 20th, I won't stop you. There's literally zero evidence of fraud. That's why the cases keep getting thrown out. Newsflash, you're brain dead. Dude, you don't know anything about the law or these cases. It's obvious you watch the fake news and actually believe it. You owe me $100. That was 2 weeks ago. 4 days ago, Altered Rin comes back to the conversation. It's looking more and more like I'll be getting that $100. Save up, dude. Get it to me by Inauguration Day. Biden lost by a landslide. Thanks. LMAO, I'll be looking at dispensaries that'll open up near me so I can decide what to spend my $100 on. Send me the money, dude. You owe me $100. Thanks. Altered Rin. Nah, I'll wait for my 100 on January 20th when Biden is inaugurated. Also, all the electors have cast their vote, so Biden is even more officially the president-elect of the U.S. I want the $100. Send it now. It's obvious you don't know the Constitution or that Biden lost. Big time. Send the $100. P.S. Biden is going to end up in jail or worse. Ugh. What the fuck? This poor confused cowboy man. Like, is this all he does? He just does this constantly? That's pretty sad. That's interesting. He switched from an American flag to a Trump flag at some point, which is so telling. Look at that. Oh, no. That's a shame. That's a real shame. 4 years ago, he probably had a Trump... If he was making videos 4 years ago, I guess. 3 years ago. 4 years ago. No, I don't see a Trump flag. Oh, he used to have a Don't Tread on Me flag. Wow, he's been doing videos for a long time. 6 years? Has he been going as long as me? 7 years? If he gets to 8 years, we've been making videos for the same amount of time. Maybe he's been doing it longer. Has he been doing it for over 8 years? 9 years! I think he started YouTube, like, before me. That's crazy. Oh. How many subscribers does this guy have? 538? 9 years? It's less than 100 a year? Okay. Good try.